What's up, YouTube? It's your girl Taj. Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a review on some Tatcha products. Yeah. I have been playing around with these products for a minute. This was from their Christmas collection last year, and because a lot of the brands tend to repeat kits, maybe swap one or two products in or out, I wanted to go ahead and make sure this was reviewed. Plus, the products in here have a cult-like following as well as a lot of hype around them. Not to mention, they are pricey. So we're gonna go ahead and start off by talking about the products that are actually in this particular kit. In this skincare for makeup lovers bento box, we have the Tatcha Luminous Dewy Skin Mist. It is right here, that nice, beautiful, long container in there. And then we also have the Tatcha The Water Cream. That's over here, right there. Right here is gonna be the Tatcha Silk Canvas. And then right here is the Tatcha Violet Sea Radiance Mask. That's the purple and that beautiful violet packaging. So each of these products, we will talk about what they retail for. The Tatcha Luminous Dewy Spray normally retails for $20 to $48. And that, of course, would depend on the one that you pick. Let's see, it is catered to normal, combination, dry, or sensitive skin types. So basically everyone. And let's see, it is a silky fine mist moisturizer that can be used under or over your makeup for a dewy, glowing skin anytime, anywhere. It is for, the solutions are for dullness, dryness, fine lines, and wrinkles. So you have either the option of a 1.35 fluid ounce container, or you can do the 0.4 fluid ounce container. The 0.4 fluid ounce, which is 12 milliliters, is $20. The 1.35 container or fluid ounce container is going to be $48. So those are your two options. And the Tatcha The Water Cream retails for $68. That's this guy right here. The Tatcha The Silk Canvas is either $22 for this small sample size here. The regular full-size product is $52. The Radiance or the Violence. No, it's not. The Violet Sea Radiance Mask is, drum roll please, $68. So let's get into the first one, which I think we should just go ahead and start with the Dewy Skin Mist, since that is kind of how the box flows. So here is the packaging. It is absolutely gorgeous. But when you're charging someone $48 for a skin mist, I think it should be gorgeous. But it's, you know, like high-end packaging always has like a whole lot going on, because that's what you're paying for. Half of that $68 or $48 or whatever this costs, I think it's $48, is what you're paying for. Half of that is packaging. The rest of that is the actual product. So, but it is beautiful to look at. The actual mist itself is kind of white, milky looking. If you can see it down here at the bottom, that portion that you're seeing that looks white is the actual mist. The rest of this is the actual purple lavender-like container. I think it's beautiful packaging. It has like the gold rim with the gold writing that says Tatcha on it. It is definitely high-end and luxurious and very nice to look at, hold, and feel. It's substantial. It has weight to it, and it's not flimsy, cheap, or plasticky. So that's that as far as packaging. We talked about this earlier, but this is for normal to dry skin. It says to shake gently, mist 1 to 2, 3 spritz on your face for a boost of hydration and glow under or over your makeup. I think that if you have very dry skin and you're always looking for as much moisture as possible, this could be beneficial to you. However, I think this is purely a luxury item. I don't think for any reason that this is a necessity. I just don't. I think this is something that you buy because it is nice to have, you know, because you can afford it if you want it. But other than that, this is definitely not something that it's not a necessity. There are so many mists on the market that cost a lot less than $48 or even $20, because I think this would be the $20 size and the larger one is the $48, but I still don't think you need to whip out a $48 worth of bills on something like this. Now don't get me wrong, it is very nice, and like I said, it's purely a luxury item. It's something nice to have. It mist very nicely on the skin. I will show you what it looks like. Nice. I actually like to get very close to it when because I don't ever actually put this over makeup. This is the first time I'm doing this for you guys, but normally I would do this at night for skincare purposes, right before I go to bed or after I've washed my face. I wouldn't normally put this on over makeup because I have combination oily skin, and this is more for someone who, if you're going to put it over your makeup, who has dry skin. And again, at the price point, I think you want to be very careful with how you're using it and very mindful. For me, I'm going to go ahead and use this at night before I apply skincare because, again, it's pricey. So, all in all, do I think this is worth this $48? Again, you've got your luxurious packaging, you've got your, you know, high-end ingredients with all these random ingredients that they put into these Korean beauty lines, you know, exotic type fruits and things like that go in here. I don't know. I don't think, again, no, we're not going to do this. No, I don't think you need to pay $48 for this. Point blank, period. Like I said, it's purely a luxury item. If it's something that you just think looks pretty, keep it for that reason. You know, buy your little $20 bottle or your $48 bottle, finish it, and let it sit on your vanity. Other than that, there are so many others, like I think L'Oreal, or is it, yeah, I think it's L'Oreal, or who is that? It's a drugstore. You can buy it at the drugstore. Jackie Aina went on and on and on and on about it for like months. They have them in different scents, lavender, rose, you know, all these different fragrances, and they do the same thing. They mist very finely onto the skin, just like this does. They smell good. This smells nice. It doesn't have a pungent smell. It doesn't have much of a smell at all, really. It's very good for a person with sensitive skin, because there's no real heavy fragrance like there is in like the Laneige products. So for that reason, this is a really good mist, but there's so many others. I think it's Olay actually that actually has like a face mister, and they have a crap load of options for you to pick from, and it's like $14. So you could buy like 3 or 4 of those for the price of just one of these. So that's something to think about. And then there's others that are cheaper. You can get a $5 face mist from a brand like Catrice, or, you know, whatever. So I don't think this is a necessity. I think it's beautiful to look at. I will probably keep the bottle just to put on my vanity, on my makeup vanity, because I think it's pretty. It's a beautiful bottle and it's a luxury item. So for that reason, I wouldn't be prone to just go and throw it out, you know. If I could open it up and refill it, which, oh, you can, there you go. I have some other face mists that I do like, that I would pour into here and reuse this container, because I love how finely this nozzle mist out, you know, like, look at that. It's just like barely coming out. It's like running through a very light sprinkler system. You know, the sprinklers are on and you just run through it and you get that wave of just barely there mist on your skin. That's how this feels. And so for that reason, I would keep this container. So that's that. Next up, the Tatcha, the water cream. Literally, it says the water cream on there, and that's what that looks like. This is a $68 product. I got I got 2 of these, so I had a chance to really try this out, because I did also buy one of their kits that had the deep cleanse in there, and it came with a moisture or water cream in there also. So I finished that one up and then I started working on this one. I like the smell of this. It kind of smells like Pond's to me a little bit. If you guys are familiar with Pond's, the cold cream, it smells like that. It's not as fragranted as the Pond's, but it's very similar in as far as fragrance is concerned. It is a white-based substance, looks like that. And it feels like water on the skin, just like it advertised. It is, I mean, easy to blend out, and when you rub it into your skin, it just ends up feeling like water. So the water cream is like a perfect description of this product. It absorbs quickly into the skin, doesn't leave your skin feeling tacky, greasy, or like there's anything being left behind on it. It feels really nice. I mean, just hydrating. However, if you have dry skin, I don't know that this is going to give you enough moisture. I think this is something that is better suited for the combination to oily skin people, especially if you're wearing it under makeup. If you're wearing this at night, I definitely don't think this is enough moisture for anyone. I think at night is where you really amp up your skincare and you really amp up the moisture, because you're going to bed, your skin is in healing mode and restoration mode at that point. Your skin is starting to really absorb and drink in any nutrients or anything that you put into your body towards the evening. So this is not the product for your face, in my opinion, at night. Now, I do like wearing it under makeup. And let's kind of just see what Tatcha says about it. It says it's for normal, oily combination and sensitive skin. Excuse me. An oil-free anti-aging water cream that releases a burst of skin-improving Japanese nutrients, powerful botanicals, and optimal hydration for poreless-looking skin. I don't know that your skin looks poreless. I think that might be a slight exaggeration, but I do think it gives a very nice, healthy glow to the skin. As you can see here from the back of my hand, it looks happy and healthy and glowy, but not to the point where when I put on my foundation, I'm gonna end up at like an oil slick later on. So I do think there is, and the Japanese beauty and Korean beauty and Asian beauty in general has kind of really swept the market over the last 2 years, and brands like Tatcha and Laneige and Prima and all these brands that are just coming out of nowhere and taking over skincare in America. I think they're doing a good job. They're introducing us to skincare in a new way. I myself have enjoyed it. I've discovered some really great things, some things that I've incorporated in my day-to-day routine, but I think some of these things are just sheer luxury, like the mist. This, I think, excuse me, if you have very oily skin and you just want something that does kind of emulsify and feel like just flat out water, and like your skin is being hydrated and you're drinking water and your face is drinking water, then I think this is a good product. It has, again, that very nice luxury substantial packaging where you can, it feels like luxury. It feels high end, and you've got the beautiful Tatcha symbol up top. They waste no expense even in the marketing, even on the smaller products that are sample size. And so it's just really, really beautiful. It looks like it is manufactured in San Francisco, California. So it is a US made product, even though these are Japanese ingredients. Smells really good, absorbs into the skin. So would I recommend this product? I would. I think that $68 isn't the most expensive I've ever seen for a face cream, at high-end face cream. Now, if you're looking at like Dior, Tom Ford, and things like that, you're going to be looking at $150, $200, worth of product. So at $68 for something like this, I think, yeah, that's worth it, because that is the realm in which we're talking, right? But I also know that there are less expensive products that do something very similar. So it's based, I think this is all contingent on what your skincare regimen currently looks like. I think it's also contingent on what your wallet looks like. I think it's contingent on just flat out what you're willing to pay. Because just because you can do something doesn't mean that you should do something. You understand, sis? So, all in all, I think if you have an opportunity to pick up the bento box, I think I paid 60 bucks for this entire box. And that's a really good price for all of this, because this alone, this water cream in its full size is $68. So for 60 bucks, you can get a great idea of whether or not any of these products are truly worth it. So in that way, I think you start off with something like this, and then you don't, you don't jump straight into a $68 product unless you want to. You do you. But otherwise, that's my suggestion. Get a box, figure out if the products work, figure out if it's worth the money, then you make your investments on each product individually. We're gonna jump into the Tatcha Violet C Radiance Mask. Now, this is my favorite Tatcha product. Let me pull it up. I can't remember how much this one was again. $68 also. And this particular one says a brightening berry beauty plus dual vitamin C for all skin types. Apply a generous layer to your clean skin. Avoid your eyes. After 15 minutes, rinse it off. This is supposed to be a brightening mask. It comes in this stunning packaging to match the marketing of this product. When I put this on my skin, I've only used it like 3 times because I'm trying to hang on to it, because it's $68, right? It doesn't have much of a scent at all. And it has like the faintest hint of a like blueberry, blackberry, some sort of a berry type of scent. And I would definitely venture to say it's this beauty berry. But it doesn't have much of a fragrance. So if fragrance is not your thing, you're not going to be bothered by it because it's barely there. However, when you put it on your skin and you let it sit, I let it sit for about 20 minutes. I rinsed it off. It, first of all, feels amazing going on. It feels like, I don't want to say butter, because that could be weird because butter can feel greasy, but it feels like, it's like silk. It's like silk going onto your skin. I used a foundation brush, a flat one, and I just laid it on my face. I let it sit there for 20 minutes, rinsed it off, and man, oh man, like I had such plumped, radiant, fluffy, healthy, glowy looking skin. So if anything at all in this packet, in this particular bento box, to me would be a recommendation, it would 100% be the Tatcha Violet C Mask. This is gorgeous. It's funny because I feel like the description of it is slightly underrated. So let's read what it has here on Sephora's website. It says it's good for normal, oily, combination dry and sensitive skin. A creamy anti-aging mask. That's the word, creamy. Packed with Japanese beauty berry, 2 types of vitamin C, AHAs from 7 fruits, and that unveil softer, glowing skin. What did I say? My skin was so soft, so radiant, so glowy, so plumped. I highly suggest this. This is on my list of things. I have a list of things that I'm picking up slowly, skincare things that I've found that I love. This is on my list. This is so good. So good. So out of everything here, this is the one thing I would recommend for anybody to pick up if you can afford it. If you can't, tell Sephora, go to Sephora and say, hey, let me get a sample of your Tatcha Violet C Radiance Mask and go enjoy yourself, sis, for the evening, because this is the bomb. Get yourself a nice cup of tea when you put it on, go sit down with a book or a magazine and just chill out and enjoy it, because you feel like you are at a high-end spa with this on your face. It is so good. Last and definitely least, no, I'm throwing a little shade. I always feel some kind of way when products are hyped up, overdone, dramatized, and then I get a hold of it and I'm like, seriously? Really? That's it? All that drama? So here is the description on Sephora's website. This is the Silk Canvas Protective Primer. It is a $52 product for the full size, which is 0.7 ounces or 20 grams. Also for the $7 product, $22 product, which would be this size, it is 0.24 ounces, which is 7 grams. It is for normal, oily, combination dry, and sensitive skin. It says a velvety priming balm of pressed silk that smooths and makes makeup last longer while keeping it out of skin, helps to prevent clogged pores and breakouts. I just didn't feel like it did that. I had the oiliest skin, and I actually used this before the weather got warm in Texas. It doesn't have a scent, and it has this very faint pink shade to it. When you dip into it, it comes with a little thing, like a little scooper, so you don't have to dip your finger into it, but I'm just gonna do that for the sake of the video. And I'm gonna put a little bit on the back of my hand here. Now, I am gonna finish this, and I'm going to, how I plan on using it is with another primer. Like a mattifying primer. I don't think this is a standalone product for my skin type. If you have dry skin, this is probably a standalone product for you, and you probably love it. But for combination, oily skin, I don't recommend this. This isn't it, not alone. And if you're gonna use it, you might wanna wait for the cold months where your skin is drier. So here is what it looks like on the back of my hand, okay? And this is me blending it out. Now, you do not need a lot of this. This is me overusing the product for the sake of this video. This is way too much product. You don't need this much. It feels amazing going on. It feels like the Radiance mask, like this purple mask. This very silk-like, right? And that's what they say in there. There's silk in the product. It feels like silk. I'm rubbing it out. As you can see, it looks very healthy. The back of my hand, there's no residue. There's just this soft, buttery, even canvas is what it feels like. And so that's what your face ends up feeling like. The problem is, I think this is formulated more for folks with dry skin. Not that you can't use it if you have oily skin, but like I said, I'd recommend using it when the weather is conducive, when it's not hot outside. I live in Texas. It is very hot, very humid, even more so. So if I step outside with this on my face during the humid months, by the end of the day, my makeup is like melting off my face. So this isn't for those types of climates, but this is also a Japanese product. So I don't know what the climate's like in Japan, but in America, in Texas more particularly, is hot. And so this isn't necessarily formulated for me. However, I think the packaging is stunning. Again, it's that luxury packaging where you've got this beautiful violet type chrome finish around the perimeter of the packaging. And on the top, it's white with the Tatcha symbol right there. And it's just beautiful. It comes with a little scoop spoon that you can take your product out so you don't have to contaminate the product with your fingers. It feels amazing on the skin. I would venture to use this with no makeup for those literal no makeup days where I just want glowy, healthy, vibrant looking skin. I don't plan on really running outside and running around, so I'm not worried about my face getting oily and shiny. But I want just that almost not mattifying, but just because it's not, I don't think it's mattifying at all, but that minimal dew, right? I would put this on my face, and I would also use this in the cooler months when I want a little bit more of a silk flawless canvas. So in that way is how I suggest to use it, but I do not suggest putting the $52 and making that full-on purchase of this product right away. I think now that they're offering this at $22, a smaller one, if you are just, really wanting to try it, go for the $22 purchase and save your coins on that $52 and decide on whether or not it's worth it first. $22 is a lot easier to swallow than $52. So that would be my suggestion. I will be back in a separate video to do my review on the Tatcha Deep Clean Cleanser. I wanted to put that in a completely separate video because I feel like it's worth it. It is awesome. So stay tuned for that. If you've tried any of these products, please feel free to let me know how you felt about them. Do you think it's worth the price point? Do you love them? How do you use them? I want to hear from you, so go ahead and put that information below, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.